Union, we wouldn't even be in this situation. But no, you had to play the hero.
Ah, the naivete of a student. The world isn't as simple and kind as your books make it out to be. E01 is a place where animuses and humans live together in harmony. I can't let the virus threaten that.
So you snuck the train onto hidden tracks to solve it yourself.
I didn't have a choice. When Genesis emerged, it was up to us animuses to handle it. I had to protect E01. Otherwise, the hard-won peace between animuses and humans would be lost. Had you not interfered, I wouldn't have.
You ought to thank us. Without our intervention, E01 and all its animuses, even Etheria, would have been at risk. Our calculations show it's impossible to send Genesis to other digital spaces. The ones around are crammed with junk data. Breaking down firewalls would just spell disaster for E01. Like what happened with the Ultra building, the overflow of data would spread Genesis fast across the entire region. You alone couldn't have stopped this data deluge.
No, that can't be true. Ugh.
Uncle Opal, what's happening to you? He's in bad shape. Removing Genesis from him didn't reverse the damage it's done.
I'll be fine, Kazumi. Don't worry.
Opal, how did Genesis appear here? The virus from the Ultra building couldn't have spread so widely and quickly.
Exactly. The Genesis here didn't come from the Ultra building, but from a newly opened rift. At first, it was a minor crack, but then Genesis began pouring out. I isolated the train car, but it took forever to seal it. And the Genesis that escaped started spreading through the other cars. Oh, right. This appeared with the virus.
What is it?
I'm not entirely sure, but it gives off a unique anima reaction. Perhaps you can use it to trace Genesis's true origin.
What's happening? An explosion?
Look, a rift.
What? Wasn't the train the source? I thought you took care of the Genesis here.
It's that blast in the ruins. Someone detonated some device, and the already compromised data firewall was completely shredded. Genesis is flooding out. We must seal the rift before it fully opens, or E01 will be overwhelmed by the virus. Your power alone won't be enough. The surge of Genesis would overpower you instantly. Your hyperlink can't handle that much. We need someone to stabilize the rift, and slow Genesis's flow to seal it, but...
But what? Just tell us!
This person will likely be consumed by Genesis.
I'll take that risk.
Let me do it.
Enough! I'll do it. Your anima synergy isn't cut out for suppressing Genesis. I've been through this before. I'm your best shot.
Isn't there another way?
Kid, some things are just meant to be. E01 is my home. I should be the one to bear this burden. Get out with Kazumi before Genesis completely breaks loose.
There has to be another way!
Trust me, this is the only way. Let's get moving. Take her with you.
Breaking news. A malfunctioning transit line in E01 has caused irreversible data damage to several animuses. The incident occurred on the repair track, with no passenger injuries reported. EOS is leading the investigation and remediation efforts. Altered E01 transit line schedules for the next 24 hours will be posted.
Self-sacrifice and lofty ideals, they often lead to foolish behaviors. He gave it his all to lead the virus away, but sadly, it ended in death. Well played, RC-77. I didn't expect you to have a knack for directing on top of your experiments.
Such a shame. I was on the verge of killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Convincing the old man that the leads I left were the only solution took some effort. My plan was to use him to open the rift, escalate the conflict in Block E, and conveniently have that meddlesome old man seal his own fate. Ultimately, I had to take matters into my own hands.
Plan deviations are normal, and while the results weren't ideal, it makes no difference.
A failure is just that, no point in dressing it up. But I've stumbled upon a fascinating subject. What kind of power was purification? It's unheard of for Genesis to be neutralized this way. If I could just acquire a sample, better yet, a whole subject, that would be a breakthrough.
Hold off on your schemes, RC-77. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Way to mood kill, Hell Kid. Worry not. After E03, the Ultra Building, and this rift, we've managed to bring Genesis in that digital space, under manageable levels. The flawed subject will soon begin to stir. I don't always get your fascination with that failed experiment. Why so much interest?
Trust me, she's going to impress you.
Quick news update. Block E has seen several unexplained Animus disappearances lately. EOS is investigating and urges everyone to share any leads. You can find more details on the Defense and Security Bureau's website. Brief news. A malfunction in E01's transit line led to the total disintegration of Spectrum. Meltdown Response Bureau has identified Genesis as the cause of this incident. A new rift was found on a hidden track at the transit hub. A hyperlinker assisted Spectrum's conductor Opal in sealing the rift, effectively stopping Genesis from spreading.
Luckily, the rift was closed in time, and no other areas were affected. The E01 incident is finally over. Speaking of, the search and rescue ended this morning. The Bureau found him, and he's now being treated in E05. But he's hurt pretty badly and still unconscious. Well, enough about Opal. We can visit him together when there's time. The new test results in your hyperlink are out. The incident in E01 didn't affect it, and all indicators are back to normal, so you can relax. How are you feeling, by the way? Great, but remember, Hyperlink isn't foolproof against Genesis. The load can still harm you. I know you're a Hyperlinker, but believe me, you don't want to pull another reckless act with Genesis. All right, I'll stop nagging you. Anyway, Sybil just sent a message saying there's something important she wants to discuss with us. I'm guessing they might have found something with the fragment Obel gave us. The Union said we should help the Meltdown Response Bureau however we can. I'm trying to link their communication channel. We'll know more once we're connected.
Did you find the cleanup files for that digital space?
Some files are lost, but the surveillance data was uploaded. Everything was normal up until last month. We also found the name of the Animus responsible for the monitoring. Employee ID 15479, named Deeding. But he's not at the Bureau. He's been missing for nearly a month.
All right. It could be dangerous, but we have no choice but to go investigate.
Captain, the hyperlinker is in the communication channel.
Got it. I'll be there in a minute.
Sybil,
You should prioritize locating Deeding. Once we find him, we might understand what happened. I'll handle everything else.
It seems RC-77's plan is working. How's it looking inside?
Everything's ready. The anima of that animus has fused with the archetype. She'll awaken soon.
You've done well, number 41.
What's next?
Leave this to me and RC-77. Once she awakens, we'll take her away. As for you, just focus on preparing the feed. E07 has plenty of reckless people to choose from.
All done.
Sorry to interrupt your rest. Yes, we've analyzed it, and I'm contacting you to discuss the next steps. Deputy Director Bayonton says we might need your full support for the upcoming investigation.
Of course, the Union told us to provide full support.
Thank you. So, I'll be brief about the plan. The E01 incident is similar